Kind of. Okay, hello, my name is Andrea. I'm in charge of the race briefings here at Dativ Challenge Roth, and we as a team are super honored to have you here to race with us on Sunday. Normally, I start my briefing session with Friday evening with the pro athletes. That's normally the first briefing I do, but now this year it's you guys, so feel like you're the pros. I'll run down everything important for the race day, and if you have got any question afterwards, just feel free to ask me. But I hope I cover the most important topics for you to know. Okay, so let's start. Fair and safe. This is pretty much the most two important words you have to keep in mind for Sunday's race. We want all of you to have a fair and have a safe race. We want to see you at the finish line. We know you all fight for seconds, maybe for a personal best or anything, but it all doesn't matter if you're not coming to the finish line in a safe way, in a healthy way. So keep in mind, whatever you do out there, stay safe and make sure we have a fair race for everybody out there. The weather for Sunday. The forecast, got better from day to day during the week. So for Sunday, right now it says about 27 degrees, sunny with a little clouds, and maybe some warm light rain in the afternoon. I think for the run this would be not a bad idea to have a little cool down shower out there at the canal or running up to Büchenbach. So this is the weather forecast. I think it's way better than we had it like 2 days ago with 36 degrees. This would be a really hot day outside, but Sunday should be good weather for racing long distance triathlon. Then this is maybe a not so popular number. This is the water temperature in the canal. Right now, this was the measurement from this morning is 25.3 degrees. That would mean we would have a non-wetsuit swim. Non-wetsuit swim would mean you're not allowed to wear a neoprene wetsuit, and you are not allowed to wear anything that has buoyancy and keeps you up a little bit. So you're not allowed to have this. And if it is a non-wetsuit swim, you're not allowed to wear anything below your knee or below the elbow. So no calf guards or anything. You're allowed to put them on in T1, but not during the swim. This is according to the DTU Sportordnung, which is the rule book of the German Triathlon Federation. If it is a non-wetsuit swim, nothing below the knee, nothing below the elbow. Maybe it's good to be prepared for both options. The cutoff temperature for neoprene is 24.6 degrees, so if we have 24.5, it would be a wetsuit swim. But the final decision will be made 1 hour before the start of the first start wave on Sunday. So be prepared for both. Bring a wetsuit, maybe bring a swim skin if you have one, or whatever you want to swim in if it is a non-wetsuit swim. Then, what you need for the bike check-in tomorrow. I think your group is very well organized. You should know those organization stuff already, but just to make sure, bring your bike with your sticker from your starter kit. I think this is the obvious one for a bike check-in, but also bring your blue bag, which is the running stuff we collected during bike check-in, and bring it to T2 for you. And also, please bring the red bag. People who were maybe racing in the last few years, they're used to bring in the bag on Sunday morning, but this year, keep in mind, you have to bring your red bag, which is the bag with all your bike clothing. Due to the fact that we maybe have a non-wetsuit swim, you are allowed on race day until 6:30 to get to your bag again if you want to change anything for the stuff, but you have to place it tomorrow during bike check-in. So make sure the blue bag, which is the bike stuff, and the blue bag, which is the run stuff, and the red bag, which is the bike stuff, bring it tomorrow for check-in. Also, you have to bring your helmet, which has to stay in T1. So they will be checked by the referees. They make sure your helmet is correct and fine and safe for you to wear, and then it has to stay in T1 at your bike. The chip for the timing, along with the ankle strap, will be handed to you tomorrow during bike check-in, so don't panic if you don't have anything like this in your starter kit. It will be handed to you tomorrow. This is the race kit setup, just to have it in your starter kit. There are the number tattoos for the arm. The tattoos have to be applied on the arm, even if it's covered by your tri-suit, or if you have tattoos where it doesn't pop out that much, you have to wear it, but you are allowed to have it on your forearm if you want to. The reason for that is, if anything happens to you, you lose your chip, your timing chip, you lose your bib number or anything, and you have a crash, for example, we have to make sure we know who you are, to inform your loved ones, to tell them, hey, he or she gone to the hospital or anything. So please make sure this is a safety thing for you to have. So please wear the tattoos, no matter if they're covered by your tri-suit or not. Then we'll talk about race day. T1 on race day, it opens at 5 o'clock, and after 6:30 you are no longer allowed to get out of transition, but you are allowed to get in later than 6:30, so you don't have to stand around for too long. You can still access your bike, so for any last minute check, if you want to put your bottles there or nutrition or anything, you can enter and you access your bike, check the tire pressure and everything. This is totally fine on race day morning in T1. On Sunday morning, please make sure you bring your green bag, which is the after race stuff. You drop it right before you go into the pre-start area, and we bring it for you back to the finish line where you pick it up after the race. So this should be what you have to keep in mind for T1 on race day. A few key points again. You can access your bike again. Pumps for the tires will be available. There will be a lot of them, so don't worry. Your helmet has to be placed at your bike with the chin strap open. You can close it over the night so it doesn't go anywhere when it's windy or something. But when you start your race, make sure the helmet has to be opened with the chin strap open at your bike. This is according to Sportordnung. And if you don't do it and a referee sees it, it is a 60-second penalty. And that's an easy one to avoid, so just keep your helmet open at your bike, okay? Swim warm-up is possible, but please make sure for your start you enter the water through the pre-start area in order to activate your timing chip. This is pretty important, otherwise we don't see your time in the live timing. And then, I already talked about this, enter the pre-start area 5 minutes ahead of your start group. There will be, every start group will be announced. I would suggest take your time tomorrow when you check in the bike, see the ways where you have to go, where you have to run, where the pre-start area is. Take your time tomorrow during bike check-in to visualize everything, to familiarize yourself with T1. So I've got the map over here, but I think the best way to do it is to take your time tomorrow during the check-in. Then let's talk about the first part of the day, maybe the most feared one, the swim. But the swim in the canal is as easy as it gets in a triathlon. You swim straight up the canal, you turn left twice, you swim straight down the canal, you turn left twice, and then there's the finish line for the swim. So it's pretty easy. Easy 3.8 kilometers swim. There is always the possibility, if you cramp, if you panic, which can always happen, I think most of us know this from swimming, the canal is not that wide, so whenever you don't feel like I can continue, swim to your right-hand side. You can stand up there pretty soon and relax, calm down. So I think the swim course in Roth is pretty good to handle mentally and physically. Some main information for the swim. You're not allowed to wear your bib number during the swim. Even if it is a wetsuit allowed swim, you're not allowed to wear your bib number underneath. Please, you see it in the picture, don't grab the leash. The guys from water security, they will pull it up for you when the gun goes off for your start group. If you hold on to it, they drip the boat, and this is not something we want to happen again. It happened, I think, 20 years ago once, and it's always a bit of a struggle when the athletes grab onto the leash, so make sure you don't grab the leash. Keep all buoys on your left, that's what I already said. We've got 4 turns to the left side, which are marked with the big buoys. If you are not sure, is this the big buoy or a small one? Is this the turning point or not? If you have to ask yourself, then it's not the turning point. Because this will be big buoys, colored ones. If you have to ask yourself, then you're wrong, then keep going, okay? Like I already said, warm-up is allowed, but you have to enter through the pre-start area in order to activate your timing chip. When you're coming out of the water, in the picture you see our volunteers from water security helping athletes out. That's what they do for everyone, not only for the pro athletes, they do it for everyone. You have to grab your red bag on your own. You know where you put it down tomorrow during check-in. You have to pick it up on your own. If it is a wetsuit swim, you are allowed to open your wetsuit and put it down until waistline until you enter the tent. You're not allowed to fully get off the wetsuit, pull it down to waistline, enter the tent, and then you can change the wetsuit and into your bike clothes. When you grab your bike, make sure the first thing you do is get on your helmet, close your helmet. As in the moment you move your bike out of the rack, your helmet has to be closed, otherwise it would be a penalty. And you have to push your bike until you reach the mounting line. This is also something I would have a good look where the mounting line exactly is tomorrow. There's a big white line on the ground, and you can already see tomorrow when you check in where that is. So you have to push your bike, and then you can hop on and go on with the bike course, which is the second part of the day, and I think maybe the longest part of the day. The bike course is a 2-loop bike course. I think most of you already maybe drove a loop or seen it before or checked it out, so I will not talk too much about the stats, because I think if I tell you a lot of German small village names where something special is, you won't remember it on Sunday. So I'll skip that part, and I just stay with some of the really key important points on the race course. Some main information for the bike: you have to wear your bib number, and the bib number has to be on your back. You are not allowed to have any bottle, arrow inserts, soft floss, Tupperware, or anything inside your tri-suit. If you want to wear like a water bladder, a camelback, for example, and a backpack, that is fine, but you're not allowed to have anything inside your tri-suit. And something very important, our bike course is completely closed for public traffic, but there are motorcycles for the media, for the referees out there. So it is very important you always stay on the right side of the road. You are not allowed to cut switchbacks. You are not allowed to cross the middle line. The only reason you are allowed to cross the middle line is to avoid an accident. So if there are athletes in front of you and you don't have anywhere else to go, you can cross the middle line, but you have to make sure you put nobody in danger by crossing the middle line. Not yourself and not anybody else. So keep that in mind, stay on the right side, and keep going there. The good things: nutrition, food, drinks on the bike course. We have 8 stations around every 17 kilometers, and they're all built the same way. They start with the trash zone, then it's water, bananas, ISO, bars and gels, water. You have a chance to get self-supply, and then it's the trash zone again. We've got very experienced volunteers. They make sure you get everything you need on the aid stations, and they will have vests which also says water and bananas, so you don't have to guess who hands what to you. They've got vests, and you can figure it out quite easily. Self-supply could be possible at the end and at the beginning of every aid station, but it must be organized on your own. So if you have got any supporters around you handing you anything, this is allowed. It's only allowed to hand over nutrition, so bottles, gels, bars, anything like that, but no equipment. You're not allowed to switch shoes at an aid station, for example, but nutrition would be fine. If you have some special self-supply, special needs, for the supporters of you, please make sure not to block the volunteers of the regular aid station, so we don't have any sketchy situations there. Water also will be handed in bike bottles to you, so they fit into every normal bottle holder. So this should be fine for everyone, I think. There are no more mobile bike services out on the course due to the fact that we have got such a great variety of brakes, group sets, rims and everything that it's just not possible to have a mobile bike service out there. But we have got 3 stationary bike services that are fully equipped for everything that can happen out there with your bike. So make sure, in case of a technical issue, you at least make it to one of the 3 points out on the course. It's a 90-kilometer loop, so around every 25-30 kilometers there is a stationary bike station for service, for technical support. Another thing I want to talk to you about is, I've already mentioned the referees. We've got the biggest number of referees out there on the course ever in Roth, and they make sure you have a safe race out there. They make sure you have a fair race. And whenever you meet a referee, I know when they're addressing you with something, this is maybe not the best conversation and the conversation you want to have on race day. But please, 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 even if it's on cutoff and they have you put you out of the race because you missed the cutoff times, they are not doing this to bother you or to destroy the sport, destroy your race, or make a bad day for you. They are here for us to make a safe race and a fair race for everyone possible. I talk to them tomorrow at their briefing, and I know they really love the sport as much as you love the sport. So whenever you meet a referee out there, make sure you are respectful. I tell them the same about the athletes. They love the race, so they should be respectful to you as well. But we need them, and I think it's a good thing we have that many volunteering referees out there to make sure you guys have a safe race. If they address you, there are 4 ways they can do it. The first one is just a verbal penalty. They just warn you. They say, hey, you are a little bit too close. You're in the draft zone. Make sure you get out of this zone. And but this is no official penalty. You don't have to stand down or anything. But when you are presented with a yellow card, that means it's a 60-second penalty. For example, if you don't have your helmet open in T1 at the bike. If you are presented with a yellow card during the swim, in T1, in T2, or during the run, you have to stand 1 minute right beside the referee who presented the card to you. If it happens to you on the bike, which is very unlikely, you would have to spend your 60-second penalty in the penalty box in T2. But they will let you know what you have to do if you are presented with a yellow card. If you are presented with a blue card, which would be for drafting, you have to serve a 3-minute penalty in the next penalty box. We have got 2 penalty boxes out on the race course and another one in T2. So when you are presented with a blue card, it's a 3-minute penalty in one of the penalty boxes. When you are presented with a red card, this would be a disqualification. Disqualification could be handed to you, for example, if you pee publicly in a transition zone. Please don't do this. This is not a disqualification we want to talk about afterwards. But this is the one we saw last year the most. So last year I think we got 4 or 5 disqualifications, and the main part were disqualifications for peeing in T1. There are a lot of porta potties. Please use them. Please don't stand next to the bike and taking care of business. If you are presented with a red card and you feel like, no, I don't think this card is correct, I did nothing wrong, continue with your race. Because when you are presented with a red card, you can challenge this decision after the race. This is not possible with any other penalty, but with a disqualification, this is possible. So if you are getting disqualified with a red card, keep going. If you want to challenge the decision, if you say, no, this is fine, I drop out, then it's fine as well. But if you want to challenge the decision, you can do it. So when you are presented with a red card, keep going and let us know afterwards that you challenged this decision. I was talking about drafting already. The drafting zone is 12 meters, according to Sportordnung, which is measured from front wheel to front wheel. When you overtake, you've got 25 seconds to overtake, so you get close within the draft zone, 2, 3, 5 meters, close to the one driving in front of you. You've got 25 seconds to pass that one. Passing is completed when your front wheel is in front of the other athlete's front wheel, and then the athlete who's been overtaken has to make sure he gets the distance back to the 12 meters again. Then we come into T1, into T2, but before that, all of you got the so-called pre-briefing, where a lot of difficult, maybe a little bit sketchy parts of the bike course are mentioned. All of them are also marked on the course with green signages, so they should pop in your eye when you're out there. Make sure, maybe on Saturday night, I'm pretty sure you can't sleep very well. Have a look at the pre-briefing you got with your starter kit. Have a look at those special points, because I'm pretty sure if I tell you now, there is a very sharp corner in Pyras at kilometer 55. You won't remember on Sunday, but maybe you remember if you have a look at it Saturday evening. So make sure you check this and have some of these spots in mind, but they're also all very well marked on the course. Then we talk about coming into T2. T2 is you come into T2 with a right-hand turn, and then it's a slight downhill. You will be pretty fast at this point, and there will be volunteers standing doing something like this. They mean brake, slow down, don't pee too fast, because the dismount line will be coming fast and we don't want any accidents there. So they are doing this for a reason. Make sure you have that in mind if you see them doing it in T2. Some main information for T2, just like I told you, slow down early enough before you meet the dismount line. Don't open your helmet before you get off your bike. As long as you are on your bike, you have to have your helmet closed. It's not allowed to open it but keep it on. You have to have it closed as long as you are on your bike. The bike will be wrecked by volunteers, so you don't have to take care of that one. You just get off your bike and continue with transition. The volunteers are a well-oiled machine in T2. They will take care of your bike, and they also will take care of all of your blue bag, which you need for the running stuff. They scream the numbers, and they hand your bag faster than you are thinking about, oh, where is my bag? You will already be presented with your bag. If you have time and if you have energy, wherever you are, and especially in T2, because they are so well trained, thank the volunteers. They're always doing a fantastic job, and they're trying to make your transition there and your aid station and everything as smooth as possible. So if you have the energy, make sure you give them a little smile or a little thank you, they really would appreciate it. And then we are onto the run. The run is also, from the orientation point of view, is pretty easy. It is one big loop. First, we're going out to the canal, to so-called Lende. You have the part on the canal, on the little gravel road. Then you come back into the city of Roth, the city center, with another big hotspot area. And then you're going out the small hill up to Büchenbach, which maybe will hurt a little on Sunday. But you will be rewarded with a nice turnaround point in Büchenbach where the crowds are gathering and will be pretty loud. This is a pretty cool spot on the run course. And then you have the slide downhill back to Roth and through the city again, and then just here to the amazing finish line area, to the amazing stadium. So this is pretty easy to do from a navigation point. There's nothing too tricky on the run course. Some main information on the run course. You have to wear your bib number on the front. This is a picture of some pro athletes from 2 years ago. They're doing it wrong. They're having it on the side or on the back. But you guys, I know you are very, very professional. You will have your bib number on the front during the run. You're not allowed to be accompanied by coaches or support crews on bicycle. There is just not enough space, especially out there at the canal. You can see it. 2 runners, there's not enough space to have more people on bikes or running alongside the athletes or something. So please make sure that that doesn't happen. And another important thing, headphones are not allowed. I know a lot of you guys need the distraction or want the distraction. I personally run with headphones all the time, but in a competition, it's just not safe. We all year have some little sketchy situations because people don't hear referees passing on the bike, or they don't hear what's going on around them, so headphones are not allowed. Open ear headphones are also not allowed. I know a lot of you will ask that question maybe. Open ear headphones are not allowed as well because the referees cannot see and not identify fast enough if it is an in-ear or an open ear solution. So headphones would be a disqualification, so let's avoid this. Let's don't get red cards for using headphones. The good things on the run course is we have 8 stations at around every 2.5 kilometers. Just like on the bike course, they're all built the same way. They start with the trash zone, then ISO, water, cola, bars, gels, a mix of fruits and nuts, some crackers, some rice cake, fruits, water, chicken soup. In cold years, people love the chicken soup. I don't know how it will be on Sunday, but maybe if you want something that is not sweet and sugary, maybe you opt for the chicken soup, and there will also be a vegetarian option available. And then it's at the last point is a Red Bull and water mix. And the 8th station will end with a trash zone as well. Just the same like on the bike course, self-supply, special needs is allowed at every 8th station within the trash zone that are very well marked. Just as well, no nutrition, only nutrition, no equipment, this way. And you please make sure not to block any official volunteers. This is the main thing for everything racing, but I would love to have a few more words about race day. Over the past few days and weeks in Germany, there was a little bit of discussion about behavior from athletes, from volunteers, from fans around races that got a little bit too far. They crossed some lines that should not be crossed. But we want this race to be a safe place for everyone. So if you experience anything where you say, that's crossing a line, if it is verbally, physically, or in any way possible, if you can in this moment, go to a volunteer, go to a referee, ask them for help. They are aware of those topics and they will help you dealing with that. If you cannot in this moment talk to anybody about it, let us know afterwards, because we don't accept any behavior out there that's crossing lines, that is verbally abusive against people or physically, which would be even worse. Make sure to let us know, because we don't accept this kind of behavior at our race. And for everybody who sees something like this happen, offer your help, show that you too do not allow stuff like this to happen at our race. The only fight we should have on Sunday is against the kilometers, not against bad behavior of anybody on the race course or at the side of the race course. And there's one other thing I want to ask you guys to do, especially for the past age group guys. I know you're chasing seconds, you're chasing personal bests. I know you're out there to put it all you have on the race course. If you are a really fast one and you see the pro athletes, the female pro athletes racing out there, please, please, please keep in mind, these ladies, they're doing this for a living. They don't have a lot of opportunities every year to race and to earn money. Please try not to interfere with their race, gapping in some draft zones or something. Please give these ladies a chance to have a fair race as well. If you are in the middle or in the back of the pack, just enjoy your race. But if you are one of those fast age group guys, please keep in mind the ladies racing and doing this for a living, and they deserve a fair race just like the guys in the front do. Thank you. This one is not for you because you get your bikes picked up by Challenge Tours. And then there's not a lot I have left to say. I hope I see all of you at the finish line, smiling from ear to ear, proud of yourself. I wish you guys a very safe race there, a successful race. We're so honored to have you here. And I'm really happy that you made it here and you choose racing with us. Have a safe race day. See you at the finish line.
Guys, just before you leave, I just wanted to say thanks to Andrea for making time to give our group our own official race briefing. So really, really appreciative of that. Thank you so much. I'm glad I don't have your job because there's so much to remember. But guys, just a note, please, we have to go from here directly to the bus collection point in order to get onto the buses. Once the bus is full, you're going to go make your way back to